Okay. Okay, so it's standard number something.
5, application of content.
Okay.
Okay, college plan project. I thought this was fabulous. I loved it. It's really, really important. It's so applicable to students. They need this. It's real life stuff. You know, it's not pulled out of the cloud.
I know, I love that about it.
Yeah.
I just love that about it. That's why I keep pushing them to do it a certain way, because I'm like, I don't wanna hear like, Adriana, UC Davis, fantastic. What are you gonna do in August and September when you're done here? How are you gonna get that wheel in motion? And she's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, that's what this is about, is you figuring that out.
No, you really designed this, and it pushed them mentally to a place that they've never been before. So
You
their
tell by
wheels,
their little,
yeah, oh yeah, they're like deers caught in headlights, right? Or deer caught in headlights. Their wheels are turning. They're really starting to think about their lives, which I don't think they've ever been forced to do. A lot of them before, or at least look at their life as really for them. Because college would be for them, right? And how you explain it today, how, you know, there's something really satisfying about getting a diploma or a degree that can't be taken away. So you really made them see the value in this, and got them to all, you know, they're all drinking the Kool-Aid basically, right? I mean, for lack of a better cliche, but they're really engaged, they're really intrigued, they have a lot of questions, which I think is always a good sign. They have a ton of questions about college, so they're asking you, well, how do you do this? Like, what, you know, what if I want to have this profession, like, what do I do? So there's a lot of research involved, which is really good for them. They're forced to get online, to look things up for themselves. That's accountability, that's personal accountability. I think it's just fabulous all around.
That's why I've been kind of mellow about how long it's taking, because they're not wasting a lot of time. I mean, there's always our 2 or 3, but for the most part, they are working on it. So I've been trying to give them some leeway. And the tape is not going to be it's going to be hard for Maureen, because I turned the machine off because the students do not want their one-on-ones taped. And even if I had it going, I'm over on this side of the room or there, she's not going to be able to hear. So, but I think those one-on-one conversations have been really effective.
They have been, and I've been listening to all of them. And so this is also a really good lesson for students to reflect on their lives, because a lot of deep things have come up during this. And it's very therapeutic, you can tell, especially because you went from writing a personal statement, and then you hit them with the, you know, FAFSA stuff, which is great. So they went through a lot of deep kind of reflecting on their lives during the personal statement, and then from that, you gave them basically another road to take out of this kind of darkness that they came through when they were reflecting on their lives, right? And you're like, oh look, financial aid, you can get everything paid for. It's really true.
Don't think you're not going to be able to go to college because you're poor. Because guess what? That doesn't fly.
Because most of them were like, I'm never going to go to college. I can't afford that shit. You know, that's what I've heard all, like, for the entire time I've been teaching. So now, like, so you did this in such a strategic way that it was like literally I saw light bulbs flicking on. And they're like, wait a minute, like college is, I could do this. If this is okay, like this is available to me. And then you have them now, and then, you know, you're ending it now, or not ending it, I should say, continuing it with this college plan project, where they take all this information, and now they apply it to what are they going to do with their lives. And it's so cool to watch. It's really, goes way beyond just an English assignment. It goes, it's really, you can see it's really affecting them. They're really now, I think, going to take a lot of these plans they're making and actually apply them and do them. Because they're already asking, when can I register?
Right.
Can I stay after school? Can I do that? You know, so it's ultra successful.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. How did you hear? I don't know if you heard my conversation with Darlene
About?
Because, well, I've had this conversation with pretty much every student now, except for a couple that are just kind of in la la land, because that's where they live. she was asking, she was absent, of course, she's been out.
Yeah.
And so she was just kind of getting her arms around it. And I'm like, okay, well, what are your plans? She goes, well, I want to go to trade school. I was going to go to trade school. She goes, that's probably not going to be good enough for me anymore. She goes, I think I want to look at community college, and I said, well, what kind of career thing do you kind of know? And she goes, well, I really like medical stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, well, I was thinking about like just getting like a certificate so I could work in a doctor's office, but now I'm thinking RN. And so I was like, okay, RN, that's a 4-year degree.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about the difference between an LPN and an RN, and
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, and she's a very bright,
a
very good student.
Darlene could be a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got it going on.
Yeah.
But it was just really good. She was just like, yeah, I'm just totally rethinking this. And it's just so, I'm like,
That's so
I'm like,
powerful.
I know, I just get goosebumps. It just
Yeah.
makes me feel so good.
I
Like
know. I know, it
if
gets
this
me
one
teary.
little class could
Yeah.
change these kids. I mean, it's changing their lives.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ms. Moore. I know I'm getting all teary now too. Oh my
Yay
God.
for us.
Yeah, this is like that magic that happens in a classroom. So, but you're super. I really am getting teary because like now.
Well, I
thinking about
also love that we each told our stories. You haven't heard mine. I haven't heard yours.
Mhm.
They're pretty opposite, right? But in a way, not both. You know,
There were a lot of similarities too.
the
Yeah,
whole
it's
like
interesting.
didn't fit in thing,
Yeah.
and you know, you were more like, yeah. You know, it was a little. You know, I was more like, nobody look at me. But I think it was good. We kind of told the honesty of where we were emotionally and mentally at that turning point of college and high school and all of that. I mean, I was never not going to go to college, but it's not because of anything inside me. It's just because my parents programmed me, and good for them that they did. And I was lucky, you know, they had the money and sent me, but I never questioned it. Where these guys have had to fight for everything and question everything their whole lives, like it's a completely different, but I think it's good. We just got up there, we just told them how it was for us and what we had to overcome. And I mean, every kid was just completely glued to us when we were talking.
Yeah, they were fascinated. So I think you left them wanting more for themselves, which is like,
What more can you ask
yeah,
for?
that's like a dream come true.
I know.
Because that's like the center of them becoming fully educated in every way to make their lives better. So that's like a dream come true. They're feeling like they deserve it,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a feeling that comes naturally for them. They
Mm-hmm.
tend to beat themselves up. I
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, even today, remember when I was talking to them now last period before we went to college today.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So they're just so, or we went to lunch, yeah. They're just so used to seeing themselves as failures
Mm-hmm.
and not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you know?
Right.
And they're just going through the
Or that
motions.
they have options, like,
Mhm.
like my life has been, you know, preset for me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna live in San Jose,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be a gardener or a housekeeper or work at Denny's or whatever. Like the most they ever hope for is, well, maybe I could work in a medical office. Like when Stephanie said that one day, I'm so sick about hearing about hairdressers and you know, medical, whatever it was, medical assistants. And at first I was kind of offended, like, but I get it now. She wants more for them because she doesn't want them to limit their options. And I totally, I mean, we both agree on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, I think it's amazing. And especially, another really important thing to consider is what you did is, first of all, we live in the Bay Area. In Silicon Valley, this is, I think, now the most expensive place in the United States.
Probably.
They are, unfortunately, that generation that is going to suffer the most. And in that, if they don't go to college, or if they don't go to vocational school, or if they don't do something extra, they're going to have the roughest life. Because that's the area we live in. This is cultural relevance right here, like, to the T, because
Well, look at your own case.
well, yeah, thank you. Like,
You have a master's degree, if I'm
Yes.
not mistaken.
don't remind me, please, that I'm paying for it, but I can't afford an apartment, so I live with my parents. Yes.
I can get this out. Sorry, Maureen.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's
No,
true.
leave it in.
It's true.
That's why I tell them, think really
It's
hard
true,
about.
Scott's the same way.
Yeah, think really hard about what you do in life, because if you're going to stay in that area, this area, you need to consider that. So this is very much in alignment with that, right? Because they can't survive in this area with a successful, healthy, wholesome life making minimum wage. It's not possible.
No.
They could do that in other states, maybe
Not here.
like middle of California, but not here.
Yeah.
So, the push is for good reason.
And they don't want, for the most part, we can encourage them, we can want something else for them, we can judge. They don't wanna live anywhere else. They love it here. This is their home, and that's really in their culture, it's very strong.
Which is why they need to do more, right? Which is they have to, because they won't be able to support their families here.
I looked at those FAFSAs, and you probably didn't take the time to do that when you were putting in grades, but
No.
I drilled down at all of them to see like their parents' levels of education, and no surprise at all, most of them are middle school educated.
Yeah.
None, like very few even graduated high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have Kate's parents, she's got one who, I think they're both graduates, and I think Tyler Hightower, his mom, he was telling me his mother's income. I'm like, oh, I didn't get to ask him more about it because of,
Yeah,
classroom situation,
yeah.
too many people and distractions, but, other than that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Love it, love it. Cool. You worked miracles again. You're not allowed to leave ever. Because I
couldn't do it without you.
Chain you to the table and sneak you food to survive.
Team teach. We want to team teach.
I know. That would be so cool.
I know, you totally changed my mind about team teaching because I used to feel kind of territorial. Even though I never had my own classroom, it was like I did not want another teacher in there.
Well, I wouldn't want another one I didn't like.
Well, I know, that's true. You didn't know about me, and you were like, oh, I really love team teaching.
But Stephanie was like, you're going to love her. And I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, I do. I love her.
Okay, cool.
No,
Yeah, I'm really happy with this lesson too, so.
Yeah, love it.
Yay.
Perfect.
Good.
All right,
Thanks.
cool.
Oh, we were efficient today.
I know.